So it's time again for another one of our featured build videos, and this time around it's sponsored by bequiet and the new Lightbase 900 FX case. I recently reviewed this smaller Lightbase 600, make sure you check that video out. But today it's the turn of the big daddy, the Lightbase 900 FX, which I'll be using to build a high-spec gaming system with the help from a couple more of bequiet's latest bits of hardware, including the new Lightloop 360 AIO CPU cooler and the beastly Dark Power Pro 1300 watt power supply. So we'll take a quick look at the case, the new AIO and the power supply, then we'll get on with the build. It's quite a simple build compared to some of the custom loop builds I've done recently, so it shouldn't be too long a video, but hopefully it'll turn out looking as good as some of the other previous builds have. So the main purpose of this sponsored video is to take a look at this new bequiet Lightbase 900 FX case. This is available to purchase now. You can pick this up in the UK from Scan. The black version is priced at $214.99. The white one has a slight premium. It's priced at $224.99. You can pick both of these up, the white and the black version, from Scan. The Lightbase 900 FX features windowed front and side panels for a fully panoramic view of the system and illumination from all angles from the massive ARGB LED strip. The case can be switched to inverted or horizontal layout in seconds thanks to an intuitive quick release foot design. The Lightbase 900 FX comes with 4 bequiet light wings, 140mm PWM fans for optimal airflow and ultra quiet operation. It has an extra spacious interior design that allows for the installation of eATX motherboards including back connect, huge graphics cards and the installation of up to 2 420mm radiators simultaneously. So take a quick look around the case and some of its features. As I say, there is a video already up from Kit Guru of the Lightbase 600 LX, which is slightly smaller than this, supports ATX motherboards and 360mm radiators. This is the big boy, the flagship Lightbase case. Comes with some fans pre-installed, so you get 3 light wings, 140mm fans with reverse blades in the side mount, and then you get a single light wings 140mm fan installed in the rear. Side panels are removed with a couple of thumb screws, then they just slide off. Same for the right hand side panel, couple of thumb screws to loosen, and then that just slides off. There is a dust filter in that one. This dust filter is removable. The top panel is secured with just a single thumb screw that slides backwards and removed. There's also a dust filter in there that is removable on the smaller Lightbase 600. That was actually attached to the top panel, wasn't removable. In here it is removable for cleaning. A couple of screws hold the glass front panel on, so one at the top, one at the bottom. That slides to the side and removed. You notice the glass in this white version is clear tempered glass. Then inside here you've got a very spacious layout. 420mm radiators at the top, up to 340mm fans can be installed there. On the floor again, up to a 420mm radiator or 340mm fans. Unlike the Lightbase 600, both of these are removable fan and radiator brackets. So on there, 420mm, couple of screws hold the top one in too. And again, another 420mm mount. Down the side, it's up to 340mm fans, and then up to a 140mm fan in the rear, so a 120 or 140 can be installed, but it comes with a 140 pre-installed. The interior is more spacious than the 600, is a bigger case, and it supports up to eATX motherboards. The Lightbase 600 was just up to ATX, and there's all the cutouts there for micro ATX and ATX back connect motherboards, so the hidden connector motherboards like MSI Project Zero and Asus BTF. Massive graphics cards can be installed in here, up to 495mm long, so anything available should fit inside the Lightbase 900 FX, and up to 190mm tall CPU air coolers can be installed in here. Again, can't think of any air coolers bigger than that, so you should be able to install any air cooler on the market inside the Lightbase 900 FX. At the back of the case, there's a total of 8 PCIe slot cutouts. As the case comes, they are horizontal, but you can switch them to vertical and vertical GPU mounting. The front panel has a large ARGB strip down one side that also wraps around the top and the bottom of the case. Front panel connectivity, there's a USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C port, 2 USB 3.2 Type-A ports, a single combined audio jack for mic and audio, intro and LED power and reset button. There's also a handy GPU anti-sag bracket integrated into the case. You can adjust the height and the angle of that depending on the size and the position of graphics card. Around this right hand chamber, you've got some decent storage options here. On this door that opens up, you can install a couple of 2.5-inch drives. There's also a hard drive cage inside there for 3.5-inch drives. You can install up to 6 2.5-inch drives and up to 2 3.5-inch drives in here. There's the support bracket for the power supply at the top there in case you run in an inverted layout. You can also see there's some good cable management channel here with Velcro straps. All the cabling in the white version of the case is white with white connectors, which I like to see. In the black case, all the cabling is black. This side here, you can see the mount for the 340mm fans, and the power supply support is ATX up to 225mm long. There's also in this side of the case a couple of ARGB PWM fan hubs. These are both 6-port hubs, so you can connect up to 12 ARGB and 12 PWM fans to those hubs. So I think that's all the important information on the case covered. There will be a written page over on the Kit Guru website for the build. All the specifications for the case, the cooler and the power supply will be over there. So if you want to read more about the specs and the features, make sure you head over to kitguru.net. For the CPU cooling system, I'll be using the new bequiet Light Loop 360. The white version is available in black and white color schemes. It's an all-in-one liquid CPU cooler with a 360mm radiator. The black one is the slightly cheaper out of the two at $154.99. The white one is $159.99, both available at Scan. The Light Loop 360 features a fully illuminated CPU block with full ARGB lighting effects that can be synchronized with 6 ARGB components via the included ARGB PWM hub and customized by Motherboard ARGB lighting software. It features a state-of-the-art pump design with progressive IC combined with a newly designed cold plate and jet plate, providing optimal cooling performance on all current consumer CPUs. It includes 3 bequiet Lightwings LX 120mm PWM high-speed fans that feature ARGB lighting for colourful and quiet cooling. So this is bequiet's latest AIO CPU cooler. It's compatible with all current desktop platforms, so Intel LJ 1700, 1200, AMD, AM4, AM5. It features a copper cold plate, 360mm aluminium radiator. It comes with 3 bequiet Lightwings LX 120mm fans that have a PWM speed range up to 2100 RPM, maximum airflow of 61.8 cubic feet per minute, maximum air pressure of 2.51mm H2O, rifle bearings and a 4-pole motor. All the connections, so the fan speed and the ARGB control, they're all standard motherboard headers, so 4-pin PWM connections and 3-pin 5V ARGB. Potentially you could connect it all up to one of the hubs in the case, or you could connect it all directly to the motherboard, or alternatively there is a 6-port PWM ARGB hub that comes with the cooler. Also included with the cooler is all the mounting hardware for Intel and AMD desktop platforms, so Intel LJ 1700, 1200, 11.5X and AMD AM4, AM5. The PWM hub comes in white for the white one. If you get the black version, it comes with a black hub, and there's also a small bottle of coolant, so you can actually refill this. There's a small refill port. So that's the CPU cooler I'll be using. For the power supply, it's the bequiet Dark Power Pro 13. It comes with a couple of different variants. This is the 1300 watt version. You can pick this up from Scan. It's priced at $329.99, and it features ATX 3 certification with full support for PCIe 5 GPUs with 6+ 2-pin connectors, full digital control, and an improved and patented Silent Wings 3 frameless fan design for an almost inaudible operation. It has 80+ titanium efficiency rating and an overclocking key to switch between 6 individual 12-volt rails or one huge 12-volt rail. It's housed inside a premium looking aluminium casing with individually sleeved modular cables for an enhanced appearance, and it comes with a 10-year manufacturer's warranty. So as far as power supplies go, it is quite a good looking power supply. It's in a full aluminium case in this. Usually the power supplies are in steel casings. This is all aluminium. It's got a nice brushed aluminium effect. Fully modular power supply, and it comes with a huge bunch of cables. And the good thing about these cables is they are all individually sleeved. So as far as power supply cables go, they look pretty nice. The only problem I've got with the bequiet power supplies is they don't do white ones. So we're stuck with a black power supply and black cables, but a white case. I would like to see bequiet start making some white power supplies, or at least some white cable kits for their own power supplies. CPU I'll be using for the build is an AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. Motherboard for the build is this X670E Aorus Pro X from Gigabyte. This is a superb looking motherboard if you like white components. I think at the moment Gigabyte has got some of the best looking white motherboards available with the white PCB and everything. Look really nice. The graphics card is another white component, so it's this Inno3D RTX 4080 Super X3 OC card. I plan to mount this vertically on the vertical mount with a bequiet riser cable so that you'll be able to see this card in all its glory when the system is finished. For memory, it's 48 gigabytes, so two 24 gigabyte modules of Corsair Dominator titanium DDR5 7000. Storage is a 2 terabyte Patriot Viper VP 4300 PCIe Gen 4 NVMe M.2 SSD. Case fans will be a combination of the stock fans that come with the case, so the light wings 140 white, 3 reverse, 1 forward blade. The AIO I'm going to install in the top of the case. That comes with some of the Lightwings LX fans. Then on the floor I'll be installing 3 of these Lightwings LX 120 PWM fans. And I think that's everything covered, all the hardware for the build. Let's get on with the build and see how it turns out. So the build's complete. I hope you enjoyed watching the time lapse of the build. You probably noticed from the time lapse that it was a very easy and straightforward build process with this hardware in the Lightbase 900. I have the 360mm AIO installed in the roof. The fans are exhaust, so pushing hot air out of the top of the case. On the floor, I added those additional bequiet Lightwings LX fans. So they are slightly different to the Lightwings fans that come pre-installed on the side and on the rear, but they do match the fans on the cooler. So they are the reverse blade versions as well. I managed to find a few extra reverse blade fans from the Lightbase 600 case that I reviewed. So I stuck those on the floor of the case. They're intake, so they're pulling some cool air in from the bottom and up into the system. And then there's the stock fans. The ones down the side, the bequiet Lightwings, they're the reverse blade ones, so they're also intakes. And then the Lightwings 140 in the rear, that's still as an exhaust, so pushing the warm air out. AIO looks good. We've set the RGB lighting to just a static orange colour to match the Be Quiet theme, and the overall look of the system looks really nice. The graphics card mounted vertically. There's plenty of space between the fans and the glass in this case. There's several slots that you can put it in. It's pretty much central on the PCIe slots. There's still plenty of space to the side glass, but you'll be getting some good airflow from those floor fans anyway. I added some white cable extensions also because Be Quiet doesn't do any white power supplies or white cable extensions. I think they're a Thermaltake cable extension kit. 12-watt high power cable is from a white Seasonic power supply. 12-watt high power, they're all the same, so that works perfectly in there. I quickly ran the 3D Mark Speedway stress test for just a quick thermal test, and both CPU and GPU temperatures are exactly what I expect. In this case, if I was thinking of buying one of these Lightbase cases, either the 600 or the 900, because of the little extra bits like the removable fan brackets, the additional cable cutouts and extra grommets, and the extra cable management features you get with the 900, if I had enough in my budget and if I had the space for the slightly larger 900, I would definitely choose this case over the 600, just because of those extra features. The removable fan brackets make it obviously easier installing fans and CPU cooler in here, and the additional cable management features around the other chamber just make it a little easier to neaten the cables up and tie everything down in place. It is slightly more expensive, this 900, but I do think it is worth spending that a little extra to get those features. It's a real shame that the removable radiator brackets are not included in the 600. It would have made that a much better case. So if you are considering the two, probably say go for the 900. So that's the Be Quiet Lightbase 900 FX all white build completed. Let me know what you think of the build in the comment section. Is this the kind of PC that you'd like to build? Are you thinking of buying one of these Lightbase 900 or 600 cases? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Also, don't forget, if you've enjoyed watching this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to Kit Guru if you've not already done so. If you enjoy what we do here at Kit Guru and you want to help support us, you can always head over to our store, pick up some merch, or you could even subscribe to our Patreon. And as always, if you want to catch up on all the in-depth technical reviews, head over to the website.